Like, she is so cool. She's just like the coolest, most chill person. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. For today's video, we are going to be reacting to Generation Season 1, Episode 2 and 3. I recently just did Season 1, Episode 1, but yeah. So, without further ado, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let's get right into the video.
Are those yours too? What? Are the scissors yours?
Yeah, it's all mine. Unless you have bigger scissors.
Bigger?
For a cord thing.
So basically, Naomi is sitting over here trying to Google like how to give birth so that she can help out the friend. But it's just like, I don't know, like this whole thing really doesn't make any sense to me. But like, I'm just going to go with the flow. It's like, obviously you could tell nobody knows what they're doing at all. So it's like, this really isn't helping anything.
Hi, I'm Chester. I'm a Scorpio. If you hurt me, I'll pretend to be unbothered and then literally kill you.
I like Chester. This is probably why Chester's my favorite. Because he's just like, he be doing his own thing. He just be like, I don't care. I'm just going to like do my own thing. He kind of like marches to beat of his own drum. And that's why I think Chester's my favorite. I feel like he keeps the show like alive. He keeps it funny. He's always like in a good mood. He's always like turning up. Like he's always the life of the party, you could tell. Like you could tell kind of the other people are just kind of like, I'm here, whatever. He's just like, hey guys, what's up? You know. Yeah, so I really like Chester's energy. It's always like good vibes, good vibes. Yeah, so that's why he's my favorite. I feel like, see, him and Nathan kind of really wouldn't go well together because I feel like Nathan is like so negative and Chester's so positive. Like, I really don't know if that whole thing will work out. But I don't know, maybe.
So you might consider that bad news. In any case, there's a spot here next to me if anyone wants to talk about anything.
These people really out here in lockdown, and Sam's just like, hey guys, like, do you want to talk? Like, nobody wants to talk to you, Sam. Like, I'm sure it's just a drill anyway, so I'm like, people just want to go home or, you know, at least finish up their classes or whatever and then go home. It's just kind of like, they're not really worried about sitting over here trying to talk to you. It's like, I get that, like, you're the counselor or whatever, but it's like, nobody wants to deal with you right now, Sam, you know? It's like, they're kind of like trying to like do their own thing. They're probably just going to sit there on their phones the whole time. You know, maybe just like chit chat a little bit, but it's like, they're not really worried about you, Sam. It's like, Sam's okay to me. He's kind of boring. I want to see like a different side of Sam. I want to see more of Sam, you know. Hopefully we could see a little more of him later. But yeah, because I kind of want to know more about him. I want to know like his backstory and everything. We really don't know anything about him right now. They're really out here doing all this just so it's like they can hold hands. It's like, if y'all want to hold hands, just say that. Just say that, because it's like y'all are sitting over here trying to be like, oh, well, this isn't. Y'all like each other, so just date already. Okay, just date. It's like, we can already tell like y'all are vibing with each other, so it's like, just make it happen, make it work, right?
Something basic. I don't. Like, why? Like, why is life always a fucking lowest common denominator compromise?
This man really over here like having a whole meltdown. He's having a whole meltdown. It's just like, for what? Right? It's like, you're doing all this. It's like, I get it that you're bored, but so is everybody else. It's like, you're supposed to be Chester, the one that has like the good vibes all the time, like, yeah, positive spirit. So it's like, why are you acting like this, right? He's usually positive Pam, and now he's like negative Nelly, right? It's like, I don't know what the problem is. Like, he was mad about the music, and it just like turned into like this whole big situation. It's like, I don't know.
School now protocol, so my Nona did find out about this stupid fucking lockdown and is now all stressed because besides her douchey QAnon brother, like, I'm all she.
So Chester was only acting like that because he was saying like his grandma is basically like, that's it. It's just like him and like his grandma, right? And so he was saying like, if something happens to him, you know, like the grandma is going to be devastating. It's going to be a whole thing. But like, the school shouldn't have called her. Like, I get that why they call her, but it's like he was saying, like, she could really have a heart attack out here. you know, because it's like she cares so much about Chester and all that. And it's just kind of like, I know that, you know, the schools, they do leave like those little voicemails. That's like, the school's on lockdown. But it's like, then it's like, it's not a drill, right? It's like, then it's like serious, you know, because it's like, if it would have been a drill, like, they're not gonna, you know, talk to anybody or whatever, right? So it's like, obviously now it's like, this is like a whole thing. So Naomi now knows what Nathan did and that whole situation. She knows everything now. By the way, I had to change my shirt because it got hot. But anyway, she now knows the tea. So now, not only is she going to be mad at him because, like, oh, that's my brother, da da da. But she's going to be mad at her boyfriend because she's going to be like, oh, so that's what's going on. That's the tea with you, right? So now it's just going to be a hot mess. It's a lot going on. And here's my 2 cents on it. It's like, obviously, Nathan knew better. Nathan knew better. Out of all the gay people at the school, that's who you pick. You know what I mean? Also, it's like when he found out that, you know, that situation, I feel like he should have told his sister, like, hey, by the way, like, your man, he's over here trying to talk to me or whatever, right? So I feel like that's something that should have went down. They're twins, so I feel like, you know, they kind of commute and keep, you know, a lot better than, you know, other people. And it's like they should have had that conversation. There should have been multiple conversations happening. And there wasn't.
Oh, wait, Max, it's me.
Okay. So we are now on episode 3. And Ariana has a pool. And I guess she's going to bring in the pool so that the girl could have the baby, like, in the pool. But, like, she really over here, like, running down. Like, she's running through the entire mall with, like, this big pool. Right? And it's just kind of like, she look a hot mess. Right? Like, the whole thing. But I guess, like, you know, so they had to, like, call her for backup in this mall. And they're like, come over here and, like, bring a pool, I guess. Right? And it's like, this is just a hot mess. It's like, how did she not know she was pregnant? Like, that's what doesn't make any sense. But also, it's kind of like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I kind of don't like the intros of that. Like, to me, that's, like, a little dumb. I just like the actual stories. I'm not really vibing with, like the whole pregnancy story. Like, I'm just not feeling that one.
Stop. Expect nothing, get nothing. What is this wildflower wallpaper shit? No. We are redecorating. We are giving 0 fucks. You are dressing like you want to be seen.
I love Greta's aunt. Honestly, I want Greta's aunt to be my aunt because it's like she is so cool. She's just like the coolest, most chill person. She's just like, listen, I want you to be happy. I'm gonna let you go out and do your thing. She's like, if you like this girl, like, go ahead and do your thing, you know? And so I really like that she gives her like encouraging words. She's trying to help her like pick out an outfit. I really like that she's really not a judgy person. She's just kind of like, I'm gonna let you do your own thing. Like, you're a teenager, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your own thing and kind of like vibe out, do whatever you want to do whatever makes you happy. And that's what I really like about her aunt. Like, she's just the chillest person, you know? And she's just kind of like, well, I'm not your mom, so like, she's like, whatever, you know what I mean? But it's like, she's doing a great job of raising her. I really like how she's just kind of like letting her be free, do her own thing, be able to express herself and, you know, however way she wants to. So I really like that.
300 party planner. I'm just so happy for Natalia. Have you seen her yet? She's a Vogue cover. 3 people have already commented.
You could tell their mom is such a Karen, but like, what's so weird about her is like, she's kind of like, oh, I'm homophobic, but like, because I'm Christian or whatever. And then she's kind of like, oh, but my best friends are gay. So it's kind of like weird. So it's kind of like, you're one of those people that's like, I'm not racist, I have a black friend. Like, that's basically kind of like what she's doing right there. So I'm really not vibing with her at all. Yeah. I mean, she doesn't know her kid is bi. So there's that, you know what I mean? And he's probably not going to tell her at all because it's just kind of like, she's too judgy. Like I said, like, very much Karen. Very much Karen. And, yeah, I just don't really like her. I'm not really vibing with mom. I'm just kind of, like, not feeling her.
As it sounds now. It was the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was so big, I literally forgot to be in pain.
It's just really weird, like, this whole situation, because it's like they're forced to talk to each other because it's like Riley went off with the guy. Like, she just dipped out. But, like, don't invite somebody somewhere and then it's like, just dip out. You know what I mean? It's like, also the thing is like, it's pretty obviously that Greta likes her. So it's like, either she's just like that oblivious, like she's just dumb, or she just doesn't like Greta at all. It's just like one of the two, because it's kind of like weird. it's pretty hard to tell, but it's like, I don't know, it seems like they elect each other, but it's like, now it's like they're over here, you know, like she dipped out or whatever to go over there with that guy or whatever. And it's kind of like, I don't get it. Like what's going on? It's like, if you like her, then take something. You know what I mean? Stop playing these games, because now it's so awkward. It's like Chester and Greta are just sitting there waiting for her to finish up her thing. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like, it's not appropriate. Like, don't invite people out somewhere and then leave. Now they're kissing. So what does this mean? Are they going to be a couple? Are they not? What's going to happen with this? Because it's like he likes Chester. So are they going to date now and he's just going to ditch Chester or whatever? Like, what's going on with that situation? I don't know. Right? So now we kind of got to see. We got to see what's going to be going on with them. I don't know. Maybe it was just like a one-time thing. Maybe it's just kind of like I'm bored, whatever. Maybe Nathan's still kind of trying to explore and everything like that. I don't know, but Ariana, she seemed into it, so, you know. So, I don't know. I'm seeing that maybe they're going to be a couple. That's kind of like what I'm thinking. Just based off of what I'm seeing, it seems like, I don't know, I could kind of see it, but also I just really see Nathan with Chester. I really don't see Nathan with anybody else. I just see him because he likes Chester so much. I just see him only with Chester.
Why would you even tell her that? That is so fucked up. Like, that is so jerky.
First of all, Ariana's one of my best friends, and I tell her every.
Here's the thing, like, I get that that's her best friend and everything, like, I get all that, but it's like, you shouldn't have told her that Nathan's bi, because it's like, see, because then what if Ariana tells somebody and tells somebody, it's a whole chain reaction, and all of a sudden the entire school is finding out, and it's like his mom can find out. It's just like, you know, it's like, he doesn't want his business out there in the streets. Like, that's basically the whole thing. And it's like, Naomi was like, oh, well, it's not a big deal. And it's like, but that's not your secret to tell. It's like, you could be mad at your brother and do all that, whatever. But it's like, that's not your business to tell his business. It's like, even though y'all are twins, you know, it's like, you shouldn't be saying things that you know he specifically told you, like, don't say anything. And now you're out here going, blabbing your mouth, you know, saying all of these things. It's like, that's not a good thing to do. Like, she shouldn't be doing that.
I know that sounds completely ridiculous, because in theory I should have thought of that before I hooked up with your boyfriend, but sometimes life is just a day late and $1 short.
Nathan really out here done exposed himself, because he's sitting over there high. He done exposed himself. Naomi wasn't even the one to do it. Now he has outed himself. Okay, so now this is a whole thing, and his whole family's there, friends, peers, whatever. Everybody's there, everybody knows, right? So now it's going to be a problem. You know, the mom is not going to be playing at the dad. He probably not going to be playing those games either. He's going to be like, And now Naomi, like, what is she going to say? Because Naomi didn't say anything, right? It's like, Nathan did that all by himself. He messed up. He shouldn't have said it. You know, he knew better. And it's like, and now, like, he's going to be like, like, oh, I didn't mean to say that. But it's like, you shouldn't have showed up high, you know, trying to do that speech anyway. You know, he knew he had to do a speech. So it's like, I don't know what he thought he was going to do. You know, it really didn't make any sense. Dang. Like, this man really done sat up here and jumped. It's like, why? It's like, I don't understand. I'm sure he can swim. So it's like, okay, fine. But it's kind of like, you're that sad about it. Like, you had to go and jump. But, like, also he was high. So he probably is not really necessarily in his right mind. But it's like, still, it's just like, it's just too much is going on right here. That this whole scene is just too much going on. I think he just feels so embarrassed, like he doesn't even know what to do. So he just decided to jump is the best possible solution. That really didn't solve any problems. That didn't help anything. He shouldn't have jumped. So now here comes Chester saving his life. Chester, you know, dives in, you know, with his water polo skills. And he dives in to come and save Nathan, which Nathan probably wanted anyway, because, you know, he's probably like, oh, my knight in shining armor. Of course he would want it to be Chester, right? And I'm sure Ariana's somewhere kind of like, oh, well, I knew it, And why'd you kiss me if you don't want to be with me? You know, she's probably somewhere going off, whatever, cussing out her dads or whatever somewhere. Yeah. You know. But yeah, I don't think he should have jumped. I just think this is a hot mess. This whole thing, like, it was really his fault. You know, if he wouldn't have hooked up with you know, Naomi's boyfriend. Okay, guys, we are at the end of the video, so make sure you guys like and subscribe. And if you haven't seen episode 1, there is a Generation playlist, so make sure you guys check that out and check out all my other playlists. But yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.